Hello everybody, we are Group 2 from Electrical Engineering course in Indy International College Penang, and today we will be presenting on our event proposal for a community service which is Sulam Spark Up at Rui Children's Home, Engineering for the Future. These are the representative presenters that will be presenting in this video. I'm Chester, the group leader, followed by Julian Goh Han Lin, our treasurer, Neil Wei Feng is our program flow master, and finally our group facilitators Zhan Mingxuan and Toy Ling. Our project, Sulam Spark Up at Rui Children's Home, Engineering for the Future, aims to ignite young minds by introducing them to fundamental electrical engineering concepts. Through engaging hands-on activities, we unravel the mysteries of electromagnetism, conductors and insulators, and the fascinating world of static electricity. To further spark up their creativity, we'll guide them in building circuits using Tinkercad and challenge them to construct spaghetti towers and a fun creative way to apply engineering principles. Now I would like to pass this down to our treasurer, Julian Goh.
Let's now talk about the objective and outcome for our event. For the organization, we aim to first enhance community engagement, which means fostering positive relationships with the children of the orphanage. While that is going on, we will also aim to promote STEM education in a huge way, inspiring the children to understand the different ways that STEM education can be interesting. With that said, all of this will be done by showcasing our engineering expertise learned in school and demonstrate the practical applications of engineering principles. Now, what about us? Our objective is to, as said above, apply our engineering knowledge on the children to educate and inspire them. While doing this, it allows us to develop our leadership and teamwork, gaining experience in planning, organizing, and collaborating with others through the journey. Through all of this, we will be able to gain personal satisfaction as we contribute to the development of future generations. Next, we have the outcome of this whole event. There are four main outcomes that we can obtain. For starters, an increased interest in STEM. As mentioned before, we want the children to be able to exhibit a greater curiosity about science and technology. Not just that, the event will also improve their problem-solving skills and creative thinking and provide them with a positive learning experience. By doing this event, we hope the children will have a memorable and enjoyable learning experience, which in turn will further inspire the children to consider engineering as a career path, allowing us to be the inspiration for future careers. Now, let's talk about the proposed budget that we have planned out. We have listed all of the items out and total their cost, which amounts to 42 ringgit and 49 cents. Let's go through all of the items. The main items that will be pivotal for this event is the copper coil, the marshmallow packs, the balloons, and the spaghetti. These items will be the ones that will be used in the event. They are costed 11 ringgit, 5 ringgit 95, 5 ringgit 90, and 2.75 respectively, totaling their cost to 30 ringgit and 99 cents. On the other hand, we have two types of notebooks that will be given to the children after conducting the event, and both of them combined will be a total of 11 ringgit 50.
All right, so I'll be explaining to you the next part of our group project, which is the milestone 2. So for these milestones 2, we are going to do a few things. The first thing is we are going to select our activities. So the activities that we have right here to contribute back to the orphanage, which are electromagnetism experiment, circuit building with Tinkercad, conductor and insulator, static electricity experiment, as well as spaghetti tower challenge. All right, so I would like to elaborate in a more detailed way for each and every one of them. So for electromagnetism experiment is the one that, as you can see from the slide, the battery connected to the nail with the copper wire. So with that, we are able to tell the children the concept of electromagnetism that we learn as an engineering student. Yeah, so hopefully by the end of the day, the children is able to get inspiration from us and able to continue their study in future in engineering field. Okay, so like as you can see, we have activities such as spaghetti tower challenge. Okay, so what is this activity about? It's an activity for them to build their connection and the creativity in them, and that's how the creativity skill as well as problem solving skill get involved. Okay, so with that say, we try to inspire the children to become more creative, and as in a way, how do they work together as a team to solve the problem? Yeah, so this is also one of the important skills that an engineer should have. Yeah, so we are trying to contribute back to the society. All right, so now the next thing we have right here, when we go to visit the orphanage, which is called Ruin Home, we observe the environment. All right, so what do we do right here? It's we make necessary adjustment to our activities. All right, so for example, some of the activities require more space, like the spaghetti tower challenge. Then we actually ask the organizer, uh I mean the person there, to shift the necessary space first to organize the activity. And like we have the other thing is to make sure the environment there is safe. Because of why? Like we don't want to cause any dangerous activity to the children right there. So like we make sure that the equipment that we provide as well as the environment there like are safe for the children to use. Okay, now moving on to the next one, which is the milestone 3. All right, so after like we have all this physical thing, then it's time for us to finalize our documentation stuff, which are proposal as well as the peer feedbacks. Okay, so for the documentation stuff, we actually consulted our lecturer for more than one time, definitely, to make sure our project is on track. And at the same time, to update our lecturer, what are we doing? All right, so yeah, and the last thing right here, it's the peer feedback. The peer feedback, it's a preparation for the risk management. And like this is very important because of why? Risk management is something that we, how to say, like we don't know what is going to happen, right? During the event. So that's why we have this risk management plan. It's like, if let's say this scenario happen, what is our backup plan? For example, let me go back to the slide. Okay, for example, like let's say the battery is not working suddenly. So what is our backup plan? The backup plan is, of course, to borrow the battery from the person on the orphanage there. Yeah, so like we need to make sure everything conducted, we have a backup plan in order to make sure the progress goes smoothly. Okay, and lastly, each and every one of this leads to the success of the project, which is the last point of the peer feedback. And all right, that will be all from my part. Thank you, everyone.
Now I'll be talking about the risk analysis. First, we're aware that keeping kids engaged can be a challenge. So, we'll use interactive and engaging activities that suit to their age levels to hold their attention. For resources, we'll prepare materials in advance to avoid shortage. Safety is also important, so we'll give a clear instructions and guidelines to make sure all the activities are safe. To simplify the complex engineering ideas, we'll use analogies and visual aids that makes the concept easy to understand. Lastly, for teamwork, we'll assign clear roles and promote open communication to keep everything running smoothly. Next, I will pass it to Mingxuan.
Hello, my name is Chan Mingxuan. Today I'll be presenting the last few parts of our proposal presentation, starting off with a checklist for success. This checklist is to define if our CSR will be a success or a failure depending on whether we manage to achieve all 5 goals or not. The first goal is to make sure that the children will pay attention. We have to make sure that the things we are going to show them will be interesting enough to ensure that the children will be paying attention throughout the lessons. Next, we have to maintain engagement between the children and our team. There must be a two-way communication with the children to keep them engaged in what our team has to offer. The third one is to make sure that the children were having fun learning, which is the most important part, as having fun is important just as learning. The fourth point is to make sure that the children were actively participating in the activities. We do not want them to be feeling shy and shy away from the opportunities that our team will give them during the activity session. And the last point is to make sure that all of our activities is able to finish smoothly, as our team have to ensure that every activity will be finished in that 2-hour time frame. Moving on, let's continue with our conclusion. For this conclusion, our team's main goal is to introduce the basic STEM knowledge to the children living there in hopes that the knowledge will be beneficial to them in the future. After careful selection of the activities, we hope that they will be able to learn new knowledge for having fun at the same time. This is it for our presentation. Thank you very much.